Okay, we're gonna get started. How's everyone? Um, we're gonna pick this back up right where we left off. Actually, I've done a very small minor change to this here. Um, Everything else really hasn't moved. So I made a subnet. This might be weird. I don't know about it yet, but this subnet is meant to basically be a buffer right before the trash. Or actually, there's no trash. It's basically just a buffer. So anything that doesn't fit in the Ore Proc subnet should end up in here. So if there's any dust that is not filtered properly or whatever it is, it's gonna end up in there. Because these are all filtered. So normally nothing, like no final product should make its way in there. But it's more of a like safety net almost. Yeah, and I also added an MEIO port so that we can import and export stuff really easily into the subnet, because we do have a huge backlog of ores. Mainly raw, but there is a mix in there, which shouldn't matter. The whole point is, you see, for example, this here, I'm expecting this. Well, it is a gem, so this might end up in the ore subnet, and that's fine. I mean, same with ender pearls. They're called gem ender pearls, so they're technically a gem. It's kind of weird, but I guess it's fine. See these blocks. So these blocks that are like in this mess here, they're not gonna end up in the subnet, the storage for the ores. So what I think I want to do today is we're gonna figure out a way to get all of this that is in chests here and next to the meteors into one or two of these drives, and then just literally just re-import it here. And for that, well, there's multiple ways we can do this. I'm guessing the easiest would be to make a subnet just somewhere and literally just another MEIO port, and then dump everything in there. I think that's the easiest. We should get some speed upgrades too. I think it can take 5, and then we're gonna get a quartz fiber. And I'm gonna get a storage bus, because I want this to be really fast. So instead of doing like a Ender IO conduit or whatever it is, we're literally just gonna use the MEIO port. It should be really, really fast. And then we'll see. I guess we can have multiple of these. Okay. And I know for a fact that we also have some over at the meteor. And so today is about cleaning up. I wanna clean up this whole mess. I wanna probably set up this to have like maybe a collector, so that for now, if we ever mine, we just let it drop, and then the collector is gonna take care of it. We are gonna keep probably a magnet just to make sure we don't lose anything, but at least this is gonna pick up anything that doesn't fit inside our inventory. And yeah, that's the gist of it. Now, some meteors are gonna give blocks like these, and that's perfectly fine. We can decide if we want to macerate them in Ore Proc, or we can decide that they end up in that buffer that we have. That's another option. And I think that's what's nice with the current way this is going to be, because then we can literally just decide what do we do, and we can change this over time as well. Okay, so I want to bring all of this, but the problem is there's just so many. Can I do a compressed chest inside of a compressed chest? This is not going to cause any issues, right? Why would that be an issue, right? Oh, I forgot that this is not a compressed chest. Let me actually... Okay. I'm not sure what that means. This guy's Glee. Care to explain that? What does that mean? I mean, you have piqued my curiosity now. Okay, so we got some more stuff here. Seating is better than seeing is better. Give me a second. Yeah, drop it in Discord. I mean, how bad could it possibly be, right? Okay, so we're gonna need more chests. How about... Okay. Yeah, so today is just about chilling. We have the stream anniversary soon-ish that I would like to give some thoughts. Tis in clips and memes. Let me go check. I'm scared. Should I be scared? Welcome in the Discord, by the way. Oh, I love it. No, that is a... No, that is a cool cobblestone. It looks huge, by the way. It is more than one block, right? Yeah, it is. It looks like 2 or 3 by 3. 2 by 2 by 2 or 3 by 3 by 3. That is cool, though. Okay, let's get another compressed chest. I literally just had it. Is it supposed to be like a multi in some way? Is that what it's supposed to be? It's my favorite thing right now. I love it. Connected texture. And oh yeah, right. You're working on connected textures. I see, I see. No, it is pretty cool. And you even made the texture like animated to really, you know, test it out properly. I like it. For anyone that wants to see it, they're gonna have to go on Discord, you know? Yeah, that looks cool. Do you have any ETA for your mod pack? Like, do you have any plans of like doing it in the next like year or something? Or, and I'm not being pushy. I'm just curious, like how, you know, how long you think it's gonna take you, essentially. We're gonna bring this manually. Yeah, we have a compressed chest full of compressed chests. Everything's fine. Do not worry about it. We're also gonna do the subnet, well, the Ore subnet to the mainnet interfacing. We're gonna probably do that today as well. Potential beta released when I hit EV dev. So the pace I'm going currently, probably November. That is pretty cool. Like, just the fact that you kind of know, like, very roughly, is kind of cool. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. I'm gonna place down a chest, and then a bunch of chests. Actually, you know what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. We need, like, you know what? I don't care. How do I place this? I do not want to move this because I'm gonna lose track of, like, what it is. That is a lot of compressed chests. What the heck? There it is. Okay. And then let's yeah, just do this. So this is gonna be messy, but 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Actually we want 4 because there's 2 interfaces. So that's a cable of 8. Let's just color this for now. 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's make this blue. Purple. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, right. 1, 2, 3, 4. And then let's just do one last color. So we can't fit all of this into one cable because that's 1632. That's a bit more than 32 channels. Wash streak of 3. Nice. Congrats. And thank you, I guess. Yeah, I'm good at time frames, thankfully. And if I don't stick to a plan, it drives me insane. That is a nice problem to have. I also have started planning my creosote processing line using flowcharts. We're gonna have to check it out when you're ready. Like, not for this time, but like for my stream anniversary in couple of days, well, 22 days. You know, I'm considering playing some other games or some other packs. So, you know, if it ever happens, yeah, I would be interested to try any game anyone has made or any mod pack for sure. I also want to get into some deving eventually, maybe. So, you know, it's always nice to try out some other people's projects. Okay, so quartz fiber, controller, big ass cable. That is 32 channels, or it should be. Ooey, how are you doing? Disposing of your income, I see. I like it. How is it going? Where is my tool? I don't have my tool. Network thingy, this thing. Does it not tell me, like, oh, because we don't have channels. I am so confused right now. Okay, let's put some channels around here. So we actually have more than 32, which is really interesting. Okay, we're at 26. We're gonna start with this. I mean, the thing's gonna be so slow anyway. So the idea right now is just to get everything into an ME drive. Once that is done, we can actually think about importing stuff. Bad news, no electricity for 8 hours tomorrow. I mean, that's okay. We can do some other shenanigans eventually. I was even considering streaming tomorrow, but I kind of forgot we had a thing. Oops. But I wasn't too sure if that was gonna happen, but yeah. Okay, so if we do this, right? Transfer to storage cell, and we give this some speed upgrades. Does this work? $16.27. That should work. Why isn't this working? Oh, because all the types are taken. That is funny as hell. I'm gonna need more cells because the problem is not space. The problem is okay, well, you know what? Let's make some 16K cells. Let's make more of them. That is really interesting. Yeah, 16K storage. We're gonna use them anyway, right? So let's make, I don't know, 5? How many ores could there be, you know? It's also up to 4 p.m. I mean, if it's back at 4 p.m., we can still you know, chat afterwards. Like, I'm gonna be free, not all day. I'm gonna be free like all night tomorrow. Okay, sorry, I'm eating some chocolate. I needed sweets. I got myself some chocolate and some other candies. And like not even a minute to get these 4 or 5 cells is freaking amazing. Okay, so transfer to cell. And then hope for the best. Get more. Worst case is we're gonna have some 16K cells just laying around. I could have stole or borrowed some from these subnets for every different kind of process up there. Why is this not moving now? So we're going to be under 0 the whole morning? What do you mean? You mean temperature? Like temperature wise? Wait. For electricity shortage. Yeah, that is pretty bad, yeah. Okay, well, I don't know what's happening. This thing is like stuck. Why? Why are you stuck? What's the problem? There's no filter on those. The channels are fine. What is the problem? Let's get a terminal. I'm pretty sure it's fine. Like, I'm pretty sure why would it do like be stuck, you know? So this works. Oh, because it's full. Yeah, the actual cell is full. Okay. The goal of this is to, well, okay, so that is weird, but whatever. The goal of this is just to remove everything. I'm just doing some cleanup. I want to remove all the chests that had ores inside and place them into cells. And we're gonna import the cells in here, which is the main ore subnet, so that we don't have to deal with like having a chest that we're gonna have to move around and change, because we had so many chests. I feel like that's like easily like what, 20? No, that's way more. That's like 40 chests. Yeah, the cell swapping thing would have been fine. I just want to get this done like fast. But yeah, totally. Okay, so everything that had a interface can effectively be removed. Yeah, so I'm doing it like simple, stupid, just quick. I don't want to mess around too much. I literally just want to get the cleanup done. Then we're gonna take some ores, and we're literally just gonna test it out by putting like a few ores and not the whole thing, just to see that it's working, see that all the machines are, you know, working. And when it happens, we are gonna dump the whole thing and then pray. That's what we're gonna do. Like, given that we have 5 cells full of stuff and there's like 10 chests full left, this is not too bad. Because it basically means we're gonna have way, like, we're gonna have plenty of space in all the sub like process networks, because they're, wait, let me do this. We're gonna be fine because they're there's more space than what we currently needed to be able to handle this. So yeah, and talking is hard. Okay, so 16K storage. Where could I connect the meteors? I'll show you in a second. You literally just missed it. But there is a nether chest now that you can literally just put stuff in and, oops, and you'll be fine. The ender chest is going to be able to handle a bunch of stuff. Okay, that's it. That's why I wanted to do this. Well, you could do, like, it doesn't matter, right? You could do a wireless if you want to do a, like a subnet. You could literally do whatever. For now, I put an ender chest right there because that's what we have. And that's the main way that miners are going to be sending stuff in that subnet. So, like the miners that are on the other planets, that's how they're going to send stuff. So, okay. Let me just do this real quick. Okay. Okay. Let's just get rid of everything here. We had 37 compressed chests, and it actually fits in about 8 cells, 8 16K cells, with some types left, but not much. So yeah. Okay, so we're gonna rework all of this afterwards, I think. Not sure. You know what? Let's do it properly. Let's do it now. So we're gonna need a cable. Trying to think. How about we do it here? Right? We get a pink cable. I want to get a red but covered cable. You can do this, right? Okay. I think 3 is plenty. So we're gonna need some storage bus. We're gonna need some Ordict, some sticky card, and some interface. Yeah. Yes, Huey. I'll show you the way I set it up later. Yeah. I mean, technically it's all in a VOD, right? It's like documented. But yeah. It's very simple. It's exactly what you think it is. It's what we spoke about before. I mean, while the interface is happening, I guess that's fine. Well, I guess we're too fast, but every subnet has a wireless connector, either a hub or a wireless connector. Usually when there's a hub, it's because we have multiple machines of it, and it's scaling not just vertically, but also horizontally. Every subnet has a controller. It's powered by the main subnet, and then we just have like storage buses with potatoes. Potatoes just mean nothing is going there yet. If there's anything in there, it's just gonna do this. But if I just don't put anything, it's gonna allow it to place whatever, because these drives are not they're not filtered or anything. And yeah, that's basically it. For the subnets, and then everything is connected with wireless just so that the cabling is not much of a mess. To this controller is the pink subnet controller, and then I'm going to connect the mainnet in the subnet. So if I'm not mistaken, I believe that mainnet is going to want to be able to see and store stuff that is in the pink subnet. So it should just be about doing this for bidirectional. So this means whatever is already stored in here. Actually, you know what? No. Extract only. So this tells it you can take stuff out of this subnet, and then there's no sticky. The reason I'm separating it is because if we do bidirectional, I'm not going to filter this in any way, right? So there, in my head, here's how it's going to be, I think. There's an extract only that can literally just pull stuff out. There's going to be a insert only that does the Ore dictionary stuff. So this one is whenever you get something that matches an Ore, it should be sent in here. And then it's going to get processed, or if it's a final product, it's going to get stored into an interface. And then lastly, so this is extracting for this net to see this net. This is insertion for processing and stuff. And then lastly, I want to be able to insert. I don't know if I can do this. I want to insert, but only stuff that is already there. I'm guessing you can't really do this. So I'm guessing you just need this. You need to be able to extract everything, and you need to be able to insert whatever whatever matches the ore dict, I guess. Because this is going to be everything. This is going to be like finished ore and all that. Let me pull out the wiki again. The wiki on ore processing. I'm sure they have a filter for this. We're close enough. What about if an item should go in mainnet directly? So this case would be maybe galena and sphalerite, for example. We would technically need to be able to export to mainnet. You're right. I forgot about this. That is if we don't want to be locked into the indium needs to be done in the Ore Proc. So yeah. So usually I think to output from the Ore Proc, we're going to want to output finished products once we fix the main storage thing. Because right now, if we send anything in mainnet, it's going to go in drives that are going to fill up in a second. So for now, what I've done is I've set up some storage locally here. There's the drawers still, which are going to have the highest priority, but then everything else can go here. So for now, it's going in here. So there's no need to export to mainnet until we have the new storage. Once we have the new storage, what we're actually going to want to do is to do a storage bus. I hate this. A storage bus with an ore dict filter. Let me... A storage bus with an ore dict filter. The filter is the one from the wiki, which is all finished products, which are not dust impure and dust pure because it matches with dust, but any gem, any dust, outputs. So this is what you would do if you wanted to export everything into mainnet, but we're not going to do this yet. So I'm gonna leave it, but we're not going to want this right now. Right now, everything stays inside the network, but technically we're going to want this, and we're also going to want two more that I can do right now. Let me pull them. So we're technically going to want right here lentonide things, so bastnasite and monazite. Right now we're not going to do this because what we're doing is mainnet can see everything that's in there and it pulls it with some stocking advanced input buses. But eventually we're going to want these to go out, and then they're going to probably get stored in a subnet right next to their processing line. But this is like lentonide processing external, because we don't want it to be in the Ore Proc. And then the last one is sphalerite and galena. We're not going to do this because right now we're also doing the same thing. We're actually not even doing indium anymore. But galena and sphalerite should also be extracted, because these are like partially processed things that you want to end up having in another subnet eventually. But right now this is also happening in mainnet, so we just need to see it. It can be stored here. It's actually made to be stored here. So this is what we're going to output to mainnet when we have storage. For now, we're literally just going to try, or we're going to make sure we can see everything in PinkNet, and we're going to make sure that we import any dust that should go in here. So for this, I don't think there is a... Yeah, so there's no filter for this in the wiki. Now, if we want to be able to drop anything in, so this would be dust and ores. This would be like everything that you want to make sure it goes through the ore processing. My problem with this is, why not make the ender chest the main input. Because you said, Uwe, you said you wanted to have like a direct connection with ME, I'm assuming, to this. Why can't you just put it in a an ender chest? Because this way, if we drop anything in mainnet, it's not just gonna disappear into our processing. But if we want to, we technically can. Like, we don't. That's fine if it fills up fast. It is gonna be like super fast to empty it out too. It should be pretty fast. I mean, we could just yeah, we could do this. I'm guessing essentially we want everything that is, let's just make something up. We want raw ore, we want crushed anything, we want dust impure anything, we're gonna want dust pure anything. What else is there? So I have dust impure, dust pure, crushed everything. So crushed purified, crushed if there's impure, but there's centrifuged. Even raw ore, oil sands is gonna go in there. Black granite, I don't really care because the filters are gonna do the rest. I think this is good. I think this gives us pretty much everything. We can raw gold ore. So if we start with raw gold ore, right? We have raw ore. We have, I mean, I guess we can just, we should send dust everything too, actually. Yeah, we should just do dust star. So raw ore, crushed everything. So raw ore, crushed everything, crushed purified. That's gonna be in crushed star. Dust pure and that's dust impure. We should just do dust everything. I think so. Yeah, because if we have like a finished product, we also want it to go here for now. Later though, we're not gonna want this. Later we're gonna want the like the finished product to go into the actual just normal storage. So after we do the main storage, we're gonna want this to be dust impure impure. I'm gonna keep it impure and dust pure. And the reason for this, the reason I'm gonna do this is I'm gonna forget. So we're not doing ingots in any way, right? We're not like expecting to have ingots go in Ore Proc at all. So that's right now ingots and like fluids and whatever, we're expecting them to be stored in mainnet, which is eventually gonna have its own like storage subnet, right? This ore processing is literally just ore stuff and dusts. For output, you mean this? So it's the gems and the dusts. So finished byproducts, finished products is this. There's no liquids of any sort anywhere, and there's no ingots. And then this is for lanthonide stuff, and this is for indium stuff. So it's not going to create a loop because right now I changed it, right? And also it's not going to create a loop because, I mean, eventually, yeah, no, it's not going to create a loop. Because right now what we're putting in here is just unfinished products, and this is finished products. No, it's not gonna, so it was creating a loop right before when I was like, can we change this to just dust? Yes, there would have been a loop, agreed. But I changed it back, not for this, but because I don't want to change it back later. No, it was before, yeah. So it's all right. It's my bad there. Yeah, okay. And for now, we're not connecting this because we're keeping everything in this subnet. Okay, so with this in mind, how about we do a little test? So this should be just finished products. it is. I don't know why we have live root in here, but whatever. I'm gonna ignore this. I'm gonna drop something in here with like, this is good. This is like a small sample of stuff, right? And now it's hard because we can't really see if anything went anywhere, but I'm guessing it's mainly going to be in, oh, well, that's why there isn't many things. This is good. So this is a drive that was full of crap that actually doesn't go in processing. We could technically macerate all this, but this shouldn't belong here. So we should be pulling out the drive that's there and then, you know, keeping stuff not in here. I don't know what we should be doing with these, but that's fine. For now, we have a buffer. So this is good. Let's take this. I'm expecting a lot to go in here, to go into raw ores. Also, by the way, I solved this mystery, Yui. We did not have to make a new tier 2 thing. So the way you use it, right? The chip, it doesn't go in here and disappear. You right click the controller with it. And then you can see the controller now is tier 2. It says in the tooltip. So if I would have looked at the tooltip, this thing would have said tier 2. If I take a macerator, you see it's tier 1. And then if I take a chip, because we're probably going to use it anyway, I was trying to do this and I was like, it doesn't work. Okay, actually it worked. Well, whatever. I was trying this, it wasn't working. But now if I break it, it doesn't say anything and it's tier 2 still. You see? Because I came here and I right click or I put a chip in it and it wouldn't go in. And that's because it was already tier 2. Because when you do it, the actual block changes. Probably the data on the block changes. So anyway, we're processing a bunch of stuff right now. Things are great. Let's hope that it's good. I'm assuming that these guys are gonna start. We have to fix this. This doesn't have any mercury inside. We're gonna have to change this or fix this. So let's do that. I forgot before starting it that we were doing this. So this is going to be an import. And this one's going to be import. There it is. We don't have anything going in there yet, but okay, don't know why this was off, but it's fine. We're probably going to want to have more of these guys. This is ore washing. It's not slow by any mean, but yeah. Let's go check the power usage too, because I didn't really think about how we're going to do this. I should swap this out too. NBT mystery, this is cursed, but you would say it's fine. What do you mean it's... I don't understand. You say you're talking about the chip? It's fine. It's just, it's really sad that it's, how would you say this? If you're fast enough, we're not going to get any power failures. Cool. I mean, what's the problem with the ore washing? Oh, this? No, this is not fine. This is in fact not fine, if this is what you're talking about. But yeah, right now this is fine. So we're gonna have to wait for this to have any sort of recipe, which I'm pretty sure we don't have right now. We're probably processing a whole bunch of crap just using like the default route, which is probably fine, but we should figure out if there's anything we want to like this, you know, if there's anything we want to combat. That's the main thing. Like tin, for example, which we don't have anywhere. Tin, for example, is something that we definitely want to combat. Or maybe combat. We don't want to combat, we want to sift it. So this thing should always be sifting. And we should also be doing, I think, probably this. I mean, it's probably doing this by default, is it? Wait. This is tin ore, yeah. So we want sodium washing. We're gonna want crushed in ore in here. And then sifting. Sifting needs to do tin ore, yeah. This way we can get zirconium. Okay. This is pretty good. This should have, yeah, sodium persulfate. It's good. Need more power to start. How about any kind of power? Would that, do you think that would help? Like any sort of power, maybe? I like how it's not even complaining about not having power. You know, like it's very polite. It's just like, hey, can I just get a bit of power, please? You know? EV Supercon. Get some 8x. Can I has power, please? Yeah. Yeah, and it's the please, you know? It's everything. It's like the can I has power, please? You know, it just wants power so bad it's polite. And I love it. It's because it's a Canadian thermal centrifuge. That's why. And there is stuff in there. It actually wants to be processed so bad. Yeah, we made it. Everything's working. These guys are gonna be running forever, I feel like. Oh yeah. Why do we have centrifuged? Because that is how you process it. Okay. How about these guys? These guys don't have anything? Like no impure dust whatsoever? That is very suspicious. But you know what? Let's just do this. Let's get the acceleration cards. And this is gonna start for sure. If this doesn't start, something is weird. Okay, this is great. No, actually, Yui, I think, I don't know if you were there, but no more sledgehammer. And the reason for it, and I was actually surprised, but they don't do this. When you do the Ore Proc the wiki way, they remove a bunch of things like the simple washer, and they remove the sledgehammer. We can put them back. Like, I'm fine with putting them back. The thing is, they're not part of the default route. If we put them back, it's because we know that there is one thing, there's a set of things that are taking so much time and are so not worth it in like a centrifuge, an ore washer, whatever it is, that we don't care about the byproduct and we like to like skip the line and just get the final product, right? So yes, we could use the hammer, we could use the simple washer for not getting an output, but going so much faster if we wanted. But then everything that goes in there is gonna have to be a storage bus with some like specific filters. So I just removed them for now because I think that getting the byproducts from everything is kind of cool. I mean, yes, we could like probably over optimize and then say like this thing really does not need to have like the ore washer recipe or the centrifuge recipe, but then it's just a bunch of extra like products, byproducts or whatever, right? Which like why not? So yeah, for now I don't mind either way. Yeah, I think this is fine. We can scale too. If we were not able to scale any of this because I don't know, space and whatever, sure, but we can scale all of these. We can double the amount of macerators, or we could put sledgehammers here. I verified this can fit another macerator on top, upside down, obviously. These can scale up, these can scale up, this can scale up, this can not scale. I hate this guy. Yeah, so after main store, I will make the meteors. Yeah, that would be a good idea. I should hydrate world map. Thank you. There you go. Hydration complete. Now I'm concerned because this ended up in here. It's good because it means that one of our filters is actually working and it did not go into like being processed. It's bad because, I mean, it's expecting this recipe. I don't want to use this recipe. I want to use this recipe. In my mind, I'm going to keep saying this. In my mind, this recipe is much better. Because the crushed bastnasite, you could still get like neodymium as a byproduct if you do this. You could get rare earth as a byproduct from doing this, or you could get like even more neodymium by doing this. Instead of just using the crushed version, you get nothing from doing this. You don't get more rare earth solution. You don't get a speed boost, less EU usage. There is no reason seemingly to do this. That machine hate will not be tolerated. I don't know what machine it is, but I won't tolerate hate. Sure, fair enough. You know what? Fair enough. Yeah, so I don't know why they would make these two recipes the same, but getting the dust, if you put in a bit more effort, like macerate it and then centrifuge it, yes, you're going to be spending time doing this, but you're going to be getting neodymium out of this, which I kind of like. So we are going to do this right now. I'm going to add this manually to the macerator, right? Yeah, we're going to add this manually to the macerator, which is really funny because this guy is literally saying, don't take these, I think, somewhere. So yeah, macerators, we're going to do this. Yeah, these guys are pretty full, but it's manageable. So this, and well, I'm guessing the other one too. Monazite, because monazite's the same. You have this recipe and the dust or the crushed is the same, but you could get so many more monazite if you sift it. I'm sure this yields more. So we're gonna also do this. So in my mind, the sifter should be getting purified monazite, and then we should be making purified monazite in the ore washer to get thorium for free, right? So the ore washer, this guy, should also be taking in crushed monazite. No, there's no digesting here. This is all meant to be exported. Now, the only difference is that technically we don't export. It goes in storage here. Because on the mainnet, which can see everything in here, we have a advanced stocking input bus, or a stocking input bus, and it literally just takes every monazite dust. And this is just monazite. We don't do bastnasite yet, so this is something else we're gonna have to do. But yeah, Ore Proc is Ore Proc. That's it. Yeah, there's no weird shenanigans and whatnot. So Okay, crushed bastnasite. And did I do the no, right. So we did this, and then centrifuges. Industrial centrifuges are gonna have this guy. Right? And then we get neodymium for free. You were talking of digester. Yeah, so I literally just showed it. We have a digester right here, right? Yeah, I'm talking about the recipe because I'm talking about how we handle monazite and bastnasite because I want to get the final byproducts for this. The dust. And by default, the filters actually filter it out. They don't even filter it out. It's worse than this. They tell it to go as an output somewhere. Wait. This, like in the wiki, they make you do this, which I don't like. We're actually gonna do dust bastnasite and dust monazite. So dust monazite and dust, well, I guess it would be kind of stupid to do this, right? We're gonna do this. This is what we're gonna do. And I'm gonna put a sticky in there because I don't want it to go anywhere else. Eventually, when we have the main storage. For now, this can be disconnected. Funny looking, but yeah. For now, this gets stored here like usual. Is there any? Yeah, there is, right? Oh, Audible UPs. These are what? Ore washing plant. So we can simplify this because I don't understand why people would do this. So in here, I think. No, this is yeah, this is this was actually the macerator. This guy right here. You see this guy right here is gonna have monazite and bastnasite in there. I'm gonna remove this. Because I actually want them to go through here. And then once they're crushed, they get washed. Once they get washed, I want the monazite to go into the sifter, which is right here. So monazite is good. We are going to be getting monazite this and the dust. I want to crush this monazite all the time because this is a gem, but I don't want to keep it as a gem. We're going to want to, this is like probably one of the exceptions where it's weird, but I want to just crush everything like this to get the dust because we're going to be using the dust. Okay. And then this guy right here, we said, right now it's doing this. We don't want this. I mean, we could get rare earth, but I don't think it's... Oh, I mean, rare earth is fine. Yeah, rare earth is fine. Because we're going to be getting this, more of this, which, yeah, it's good. We get a bunch of stuff from this. Okay, interesting. And I believe we already, yeah, electrolyzers. I thought we did the filtering for this, but we didn't. So when we make this in the dehydrator, we make a bunch of these weird dusts. Some of them have a dehydrator recipe, which I am pretty sure is here. Yeah. And then some of them should be going to electrolyzers. So we're just going to make a list of what should go to electrolyzers. That's what it is, right? No, so not this one. So this one, yeah. And this is going to be giving us a bunch of crap. And right now we're voiding everything that is like liquids in Ore Proc, but eventually we should also deal with liquid outputs. Because right now the only liquids we're getting out of Ore Proc is mostly like hydrogen, oxygen, rarely anything else that we really care about. I think maybe fluorine somewhere. I mean, maybe bromine is important. Okay, it kind of is. But we can make this later too. Oops. Yeah, so that's the only one. Bromine. Yeah. Anyway. Okay, so that's like the one exception. For now, I'm gonna let this go to waste. But usually, or normally, these guys should be voiding fluids. They are not. Okay. Dude, this looks so cool. What the heck? Why is this so good looking? Okay. Do you have any preference, Yui, over relying on this for input or doing an ender chest? I'm assuming you're thinking the ender chest is not going to be fast enough, right? Because I think it can be. There's so many ways we can make the ender chest like super fast. Right now I have it with an import bus and a bunch of acceleration cards, and it is, or was, pretty fast. So yeah, I don't know. For now, we're gonna have boat, I guess. The reason I'm asking is because this, right now, this is covered by this, right? Raw ore, crushed dust, impure, yeah. It is, okay. I'm gonna put a sticky in here. I have is that arcane borers will drop items if no space, so lots of lag. Yeah, I mean, there shouldn't be any problem there, but yeah. We should just always have a big enough buffer. I forgot about these guys. Right, we should move these guys too. Probably gonna do this one by hand, but come on. Bye. Item trans something, right? Translocator. Okay, it is in fact not fast. Forget what I said. To be fair, it would probably be much faster if it was an interface with something like this. So yeah. I was thinking subnetwork for meteors with an interface to Ore Proc, so channel based. Yeah, no, that's fine. It's fine. It is not pretty fast. Yeah. Okay. I'm just gonna take this back. You know, they changed something with what is it, 2.8 or 2, yeah, 2.8.1. I don't know if it's 2.8.1, but they changed something where if you shift click something in your AE, it's gonna keep it at 0 as long as you keep shift pressed, so that you don't start taking random stuff from AE. I freaking love this. So We're gonna take a break. That's a good idea. I didn't even see if we had the yeah. Yeah, I'll take a break. I'll be back in like 10 minutes. I should have taken a break. BRB. Yeah, well that's what I was gonna say, Uwe. We could just do a cell swap thing here. BRB anyway. Okay, we're back. So yeah, no, yeah, Uwe, MEIO cell swapping would make this so much faster. I don't know how fast we could do the swapping though. Because I mean, your main bottleneck would be the size of this, right? And when you're cell swapping, I mean, I guess you can have 2 cells maybe that go in like a cycle, perhaps. Yeah, because this is really not that fast. I should probably do it because we're gonna be putting stuff in there from miners and also maybe even bees. That way we could like literally just have like a single input. It doesn't have to be channels and a subnet, and yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's a good idea. Maybe. How about this? Well, would you look at that? It's full and it's not voiding, which means it doesn't have a void upgrade. And it's good because it's sticky, so it actually didn't... It backed up. Yeah, it's pretty bad, but... Okay, this is really bad. How would I go about doing a cell swap thing? Because here's the thing, right? I also did this. I also did this here so that I could easily import stuff from other subnets and whatnot, right? And now I have no clue why these are not emptying out, but we could probably figure this out. Because the cell swapping, we could also just dump cells in there. That's another option. And we could also have a spot where we can literally just place a chest with anything in it. So I'm starting to like the idea of cell swapping. I was like, nah, this is going to take way too much time. But maybe it is a good idea. Now, I don't want it to be on a timer. I want it to happen all the time. I don't want like redstone, a timer, or anything. And I know your setup is working based off of redstone because of this, right? But if I was to do this on both sides, or no, wait. Yeah, the item importer. So if I was to do this on both sides, it would literally just do a circle, right? Which is what I want. And this would probably not export anything until the work is done. Okay, you know what? We're gonna try it. We're here to chill and do some cleanup. This is somewhat cleanup related. And these gears are still running. Can I make this fit into this wall here? Not really. Not really. I mean, we're removing this, right? But then... Can I do this? Maybe not. Maybe we actually want a separate place for this. Okay, you know what? We're gonna place this somewhere else. Yeah. I am fine with this. Because we need a 3x3 to do it. The other option is to move this, but then the whole symmetrical thing just... Yeah. We could technically put it here. I don't know that we're going to need more space. Like if we ever add more stuff, maybe, but for now, this looks like... Yeah. Let's try to do something here. Let's get like... just a quick platform going. So we're gonna need one MEIO port, one ME drive. We can make this 124, it doesn't matter. And then we can start with the 16K. We're gonna want some storage bus, because this one's gonna be about emptying out the network. And then, do we need a controller? I don't think we need a controller. We're probably gonna need quartz fiber, because there's gonna be a subnet in there, I'm sure. Okay, so let's assume that I have everything I need. Let's try to figure it out. All right, we're gonna need this to be not an odd number. This is good. Okay, so let's think about the MEIO port as the... We're gonna need one or two of those. We're gonna need two of those. I'm totally just winging this, by the way. I guess we're just having fun. So this is gonna be the output, right? This is the main net, the main Ore Proc net. So this can now pull or push into this net, and we're gonna want this to push into the main net. And then let's get some baby chests. And I really like, visually at least, the item translocator. I really like these guys. Glowstone. Okay, let's try to figure out something. I have to go recharge real quick. We still don't have like creative flight without the potion. That's all right. At least we're really fast with the potion. Let's go like this. I'm gonna put glowstone everywhere. I'm pretty sure you only need it on one piece, but that's fine. So we're gonna go like this, clockwise. Wait. Yeah, no, that's what I want. I want a MEIO port that puts it into the storage cell, and then I want some storage cell. Work is done, work is done. We're gonna want more of these. So when this is done emptying, so if I were to put this in here, it's gonna go in here, which is fine. Ready to recycle around, essentially. It says work is done, but because this is just moving when the work is done, but what's in here? Yeah, so anyway, let's try to finish this first. If I do this, if I do a quartz fiber, a covered cable, with here is going to be a storage bus. And I'm also going to do a storage bus right here. This one's going to be the ender chest, right? And then what I want to do, we're really trying stuff out. I'm gonna want the cell to go out. Okay, so it's, yeah. Move to output when the cell is full or network was filled. When the cell is empty or the network. When the cell is empty or the network was emptied. So in this case, it's only going to do network was emptied. When cell is full or network was filled. Okay, so I wonder what cell is full means, because what if the cell is full of types but not full of bytes, you know? I still don't know what's in that cell, but okay, at least it's not going around now. And then when cell is full or network was filled. So when the cell is empty, we can send it back. I guess that's fine. And when the cell is full, the network was filled. Yeah. And then what I want to be able to do is put something in here. What's really nice is we have so many things in here. We're going to be able to see it work for a second. Yeah, that was quick. That was super quick. So you see how the types are all full, yet it's not moving. Let's disable this for a second. So if I do network, if I do this for a second, it goes back in here and in here. That's kind of whatever. So I want it to move when the cell is empty or the network was emptied, or when the work is done. If I do this, it waits until the thing is actually done, right? But what if there's always something? No, yeah, there's still stuff to do, but this one is done. Okay. Same thing here. And then if I do this one, everything's empty, right? And when everything is empty, I'm wondering, when everything is empty, this thing just rolls like nonstop. This is what I want to try to prevent, I guess. Which cell is full or network was filled. So in this case, the cell is not full. And in this case, the network was emptied. Right? Yeah. And then if I do an empty cell into an empty network, it does not move. What if I fill this up and then do this? Okay, it actually just keeps on going. Okay, so I think this might be right. And then if I do this, yeah, no, that was quick. Okay, now I'm guessing now this is quick. Well, I guess problem solved? Question mark? We can test this really easily. I could pick this up again. This is now going into here. So it's part of the filter, so I can actually remove this. And we can go and try out cell swap. I don't know if I did it right, but it looks all right to me, like visually. And then we're gonna want to empty this. No, we have to figure out what's in there. Where's my chest? Okay, so we're not gonna leave a chest here because this is gonna be meant for like you want to put something in. Yeah, this is really fast now. And let's just check what's inside this drive because it's driving me crazy. No pun intended. Earth shards. How is this not like a thing? Is it because they're full? They are. That's why. Okay, so we need to get some void upgrades in here. Okay, well, because we're farming these, I'm pretty sure. Like, this is exquisite diamonds. I don't know if we're farming these yet. Okay, so when something gets stuck like this, we have to figure out what it is, and then we can move it. Yeah, okay. I like it. And then let's find another color for this. Let's do lime. Okay. So now we have a proper like import thing. So we can do this now for meteors and miners and whatnot. So this is good. And I guess we are still like processing a bunch of stuff. Let's go check the terminal centrifuges. Yeah, these guys are just really slow. They're making 32 every 10 seconds. There's like a million crap in there. We could probably benefit from having more of these guys. Because this is a default route, I think. So like it's even worse. Yeah. Yeah, everything that is crushed purified goes here. So we should speed this up. Either with more power, or the easiest is just put more. Cause yeah, this is yeah, 32 parallels. Can we get more parallels out of this? Probably with power. Yeah, per voltage tier. Okay. I haven't crafted a muffler hatch in so long. That's a good thing. Okay. We're just gonna make one more of these guys. 2 more of these guys. And then let's do... I guess I'm going to need more of these. So we're going to need event stocking input bus. And we're going to need ME output. Right, this needs to be flipped around. That's good. It needs power too. EV Supercon. We just voided some stuff, but it's all right. There, we got more. Easy. We could probably have another 4 actually on top. Wonder if we could wall share more? No, not really. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, yeah. Okay, well, I mean, it's not perfect, but it's better. And right now, that's the main bottleneck, I feel like. The main bottleneck is thermal centrifuges. I would have never guessed that. I would have assumed, I don't know, something else. Because honestly, I usually prefer doing ore washing macerator centrifuge. But the wiki, the default route from the wiki, they make you do macerator, ore washing, thermal macerator. I don't know why, but I mean, it's fine. You also don't want to like over utilize the macerators, I guess. These guys are also kind of busy already, so it's kind of crazy how these guys are used right now. We have 64 amps. We're using about 43,000 EU, which should be able to scan here. We're using about 22, 25, 26 amps. Let's call it a good like 25 amps. So we still have some room to grow before I have to change this cable. But we could also easily upgrade everything to IV. Even LUV. EV was just like the cheapest. It was already cabled. We don't have lasers yet. So, I mean, that was the easy choice. Because the other option is to try and run, like maybe run, if we can try like some multi-amp hatches. This one's IV with a transformer. Maybe we should change everything to IV. IV and maybe even multi-amp. But also, I don't want to like use the power like crazy. We don't have infinite power. That's something else we're gonna have to fix. So maybe we don't actually use more power for now. This thing doesn't need to be crazy fast. It just needs to work. And right now I think it works. Yeah, this is pretty good. The only thing is, we're probably seeing everything in double right now because of this. There. So mainnet does not connect to this thing directly anymore. It connects through the subnet. That also means we can take this back. A bit cleaner. Yeah, so I mean, power looks good. This thing is not having any problems whatsoever, and then yeah, this is all running normally. The only thing is, I haven't looked at the oil building in such a long time, and it doesn't have a drone center, so technically this thing can break. Yeah, kind of like this. But we don't rely on this power anymore, so I think it's just good. Like it's fine. I haven't been here in so freaking long. We need soldering alloy. And then that's it. I think there's no other machine here. And this guy has drones, so we are good. We're probably full on yeah, full on CBD. So that's great. Okay, well, I guess everything's in order. I don't know if there's anything else we want to be doing today on here. In terms of cleanup and whatnot. Wait. So right now, I want to make sure that we get the ores. Yeah, so whenever this happens, right? Let's this is crazy. This is almost like all full. So this is Platline. This is Witchery. No, that's B. And then this is mainnet and stuff. Where do we send off the ores? I think there's a place where not here. It's not here. We have a filter somewhere that I'm forgetting where it's at. And it's supposed to send the anything that is like Ore Proc related. Extract only. This is stuff coming in. How crazy is this? Shifting season. I did not put this like over there, did I? Yeah, that would have been weird. So the ores that are getting processed by these MCRs from these guys, they're supposed to be like everything else going on here. Like going out into PinkNet, and then they have to find a place. Oh, is it right here? Wait, I had a thing somewhere close here. I should do some cleanup. That's what this means. I've put this somewhere. I know I put this somewhere. But where is that? I know for a fact that there is a connection somewhere. Because we're not sending anything to the mainnet. Everything is stored locally for B stuff. Like this. Yeah, this is for sure like getting somewhere else. And we don't have an enemy chest around here. Or sorry, an ender chest of any sort. Oh, there it is. Crush purified. So any crush purified goes back to mainnet. So right now it goes through the mainnet and into Ore Proc. This is fine, but if we wanted to avoid any sort of weirdness, we should probably send everything straight into Ore Proc. Because right now it's going through mainnet, so like crop/B processing into mainnet, and it makes its way into this filter again, where any crushed fits in, right? And this is like all crush purified, so it fits in here. Okay, so it should be good. And an easy way of like knowing is taking something we don't have a lot of, like nether stars, and just seeing if this grows. Not right now, because there's probably a huge backlog of things right now that Ore Proc has to go through. But if we see this number going up, we know we're good with the bees. So yeah, 1472. I guess we could figure it out later if it goes up. I could do this. I'll come and check this later. Okay, well, yeah, the main bottleneck right now is these guys. Which actually, this is bad. Nether star needs to be sifted. So you see right now, I did not even realize this. Nether stars want to be sifted. This is 0 priority, and this should be 100 priority. So even though both have stickies, one of them has priority. So if I drop this in here, it should all end up in here. So that is good. Anything else? I guess meteoric iron should be processed in the ore washer with mercury. We don't have a very good source of mercury right now because we don't do the redstone centrifuging anymore. So not passively. So we don't get infinite mercury. But we probably want more PMP, I guess. Scheelite is kind of whatever. I think this guy. Nope. Tungstate, silver, we don't care. Titanium is whatever. Purified Nequata. So this guy right now is doing this, 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 and this, which is fine. I would almost be tempted to change the default route away from the thermal centrifuge and into ore wash macerate centrifuge, but I'll leave it for now. There's probably a good reason why people do this. Copper is kind of whatever. Copper really is kind of whatever. I mean, it's almost better, it looks like, to have copper go through crushed, impure, and pure to get more cobalt. Because cobalt is not something I know we can mine easily. Yeah, it literally is just like... Oops. This is probably weird, but I'm thinking I'm gonna do this. I don't know if we have a copper bee though. Because if we have a copper bee, we get this directly. So macerate this into centrifuge this. So macerate this into centrifuge. And I guess we're gonna have to figure out as we go, like, what do we want to process in what way? Like, right now we're doing this. We probably actually want to be doing this. Glowstone is really whatever. So this guy should be getting this, and this guy, macerator. And this is how we can really be kind of flexible. We can have all sorts of rules like this. Or pats, I guess. Nether stars. Yeah. So we just have to keep an eye out on all this stuff. We have like raw nether star ore. No, it's nether quartz. Okay. I was like, I don't think we can mine a meteor of this. But yeah. So we're just gonna have to come here from time to time, figure out like if there's anything that we want to go through a special process. Like this is probably one of the few ones that we can leave default because we get more iridium. Or I guess most of the ores are gonna be like default route. Right? We have 12k monazite to process. This is crazy. I guess we're gonna have to come back and make sure this is all going down. Is the main thing here. Because all of these are yeah. I don't know. So like technically all the fire shards, it's probably better to go through the sifter. For all the raw something infused stuff. Raw ore infused, right? All of these, we probably want them to be crushed purified. Crush purified infused. Doesn't that work? We have to do like this, yeah. Well, infused or raw or infused. So like all of these, we're gonna want them to go through the sifter. Right now we have a lot of them that are in here. That's fine. Most of them are actually not even, they're still raw, so it's pretty good that the whole system is like backed up. And then, yeah. Firestone is probably another one you want to sift. But I don't know if we use Firestone for anything. Molten. I have no clue what all this stuff is. I guess I see Naquata and I'm like, maybe this is going to be important. Meaning, maybe we don't want to waste it. So Firestone. Can you mine this? You can mine this through a meteor. Okay, so we're gonna make sure this is sifted. Okay. Yeah, I don't know if we want the radium 226 here. I feel like this is, yeah, old stuff from like radon, which we have a loop for, which we don't care about, so okay, I guess we're good here. We're just gonna have to tend to all of this as we go. I'm trying to just get rid of like the obvious ones right now. Like this maybe. But also kind of like whatever. Cinnabar is whatever. Purified diamond is maybe maybe you want to sift. I really like this though. It's really easy to just organize stuff left and right and move stuff around. I remember Quantum being something that sounds important. It wasn't a quest, I think. We had to go get it somewhere, maybe Venus. Apparently it's not in a quest, but it sounds important. Uraninite, chrome is kind of whatever, vulcanite, sulfur is whatever, pitch blend, palladium. So palladium, we don't care. I think that's it for everything that we had around here. This, I don't know, this iridium ore. So we have like purified, the purified version of it. We're not going to do Quintaria or any sort of weird like crop like this. The B is going to give us probably this guy or this guy. Yeah, something like this. It's going to give us something to input into Platline. So I don't know how we have this. I'm guessing maybe a meteor. Yeah, sounds like a meteor to me. And we could technically get some of this iridium ore. Oh, but it just gives you iridium metal residue. Okay, so we don't care. Yeah, so I guess we're good. I was like, is there anything we can like sort of have like quick wins for? Like maybe ruby, because yeah, I don't know. Red zircon. Yeah, you can change this for like Ignis and ruby, so you don't care actually. All of these guys, maybe we want the crystals. So if I do quartz, right? Quartz is probably one of the things that we want to really make sure we sift. I'm gonna put it here. We're gonna have to make a bunch of capacity cards too. We have a bunch, so that's fine. Fuller earth. I don't think we have to do anything with this. Oops, wait. Potassium alumina. We should probably yeah, we should make sure like anything that needs to be electrolyzed like this, we also configure it to be electrolyzed so that we don't end up with these weird dusts that we're eventually gonna have to clean up. So yeah, for now it's fine because this is like a finished dust, so it is gonna end up in storage, and then we can figure out if we want to process it. We have a bunch of draconium ore. It's interesting. Cryolite. The cryolite is kind of sad because we're not gonna do this. We're literally just gonna be stacking cryolite. we should be processing it, and we're going to be voiding fluorine if we process it. So I'm going to leave it for now, but eventually we're going to have to deal with fluids around here. Maybe we fix this right now. File height. Perdicio. Okay, so we don't need to do this. I guess we could deal with the electrolyzers and fluids. So there's two ways we can do this. One way is we literally just add a ME output hatch. We will not store any liquids here. Any of the liquids that we're expecting to have it as an output have a place in mainnet. The problem is, are they always voiding? I don't think they are. So we kind of have to we're gonna void on the machine if it doesn't have anywhere to go. But like fluorine, for example, I think it might not be voiding. It is voiding. So I guess it wouldn't be too bad to figure out fluids. We can do ME output hatch. And then fluid storage into an interface. And then where do I place it? Place this? Bidirectional. Yeah. You know what? I think I'm gonna remove this. I want to keep this because this is going to be how we do it later. Well, I guess you know what. Okay, so we're going to be storing any sort of liquid into here. And we just want this to be insert only. We don't want to see the liquids in here. And we are going to place some ME output. Okay, so all of these guys are off. So it is most probably the best time to do this right now. There might be some fluids out of centrifuges, perhaps, maybe. Let's try to look real quick for like ore. Yeah, okay, so, and we want to see, is there any liquids ever other than oil sands? We could technically like do this here now. I don't know that I want to. It is a pretty long recipe too. No, so I don't think this maybe, but even then, not really. Okay, so we're yeah, we're in the clear. I think just the centrifuges need this. The dehydrator might have a recipe. Yeah, but we're not doing any of this. Let's get this thing that I have no clue what it does. Acid makes selenium. I don't know. This is not for now. Technetium. Yeah, I'm not gonna bother with this. So we're just gonna do these guys. And we are good on channels. We did not mess this up. So that's it. We just added fluids to this. Easy and peasy. Now to see if it's actually doing anything. We're gonna have to wait for it to go through a bunch of stuff. I have a problem with this game. Everything looks spaghetti after HV. It doesn't have to be. I've seen some real spaghetti. I mean, I don't know. I like to think our cabling is sort of organized. It is kind of messy from time to time, but I mean, so like one of the cabling, well, I don't think there's any cables left there, but one of the cabling like area that I'm proud was this one here. Everything was pretty just straight and then branching out, going up, and then no mess. Ignore all the XP on the ground. Yeah, I don't know. Like this cabling is fine. It's not messy. It's easy to see and troubleshoot. So I honestly think if you want your cabling to not be messy, you can go the extra mile and not make it messy. I don't think the game really forces you, right, to like make it messy. But I understand that like you have so many things to do in this game. If you have to also like have this on your mind of like my cables need to look good, I agree. Like it's yet another thing that you have to care and do. Like I get it. But if you're like, if that's something that really bothers you, I honestly think you can do something about it. Agreed. I mean, so if you kind of know, if you're kind of experienced with GTNH, you're going to know how much space you're going to need. You're going to know how your cabling is going to look like probably. So you can probably not make it look spaghetti. But I have to agree, when I start a game, even though this is our second, third run, whatever, I usually start with like you're growing your power out of your power gen. So like your pipes, your cables, all of this grows out of like a cancer out of your power gen, right? And then your machines are attached to this, and then so on and so forth. But you can go the extra mile and do it right from the start. Like that's the thing you can do. It's just more time and more everything. I want to change this. Been meaning to change this. We should have molten redstone. Yeah. So this should be easy. I think we have the patterns already here. I just want to change this to this. Let's make it in batches of 16 because this is how much the assembler can do. And then now this goes into the brass circuit 0. And the only reason I'm doing this is now we can get rid of this and we get free parallels and stuff like that. And we don't have this weird thing. I mean, I have around 200 hours on it. Yeah, I mean, that's pretty decent. So all I'm saying is with time and experience, you should get better at cabling. And if that's something that really bothers you right now, I have no reason not to believe that you're gonna do something about it eventually. We're currently in the LUVH. This is the furthest we've ever made it. We're currently blocked by building. So we don't build as much and we need space right now. So I'm trying not to just do progress for the sake of doing progress right now. We are in no rush around here. We're just chilling most of the time. We have some plans, but we need to, you know, hash them out and think about it. This area is going to be the new like main storage building. This is going to be the main like mission control building. We have to tie all of this together somehow. Magic needs to have like probably some work done, I guess. We've been working on some templating for the Pats. We have to finish some of this. And then the latest project was this, the B in Ore Proc area. I feel like this is almost done. Crops are cropping or something. Bees are buzzing. We have lots of space for more bees. There literally is 2 bees in here, or maybe 3, but I think it's 2 bees out of all of these here that are actually full or running. Everything else is kind of just extra in case. The crop breeding is fine. I mean, it breaks most of the time when I run it, but I haven't really thought about which crop we want to do next. Also, I guess it doesn't have any power. But that is probably because I played around with this so much that I actually broke it. Which is a good thing, because it's... if this is broken, that means we're not getting anything out of the crops, which is why we don't have any fluorine left. And this thing is probably full, no? It's not even full. Because this is going like straight to this here. And this probably has a buffer of energy, I'm assuming. It's full. Okay, so let's repair this. We're here to repair and maintain and stuff. Let's do that. So when I had some fun and actually played around and set up the island, well, that's why it's working. So this part is fine. This part is not fine. So that's an easy fix. We can just get some LUV Supercon and fix that. I literally just got rid of all the blocks I need to cover this. It's fine. Some Amcrete and some slab. Shouldn't be too long. Easy enough. So now this this should power back on. Vin is indeed back online. Just ignore all these glyphs, weird stuff, and yeah. Welcome to the dark side. Here, have some cookies. Okay, we're good. Yeah, so not that I want to do anything with this. I was just showing off what we did last, and then the bee breeding. The bee breeding is freaking awesome now. We do have some bee stuff to do. Maybe we could take some time and do this. Today is probably going to be a very short stream. So if we get into bees, we're probably just going to do 1 bee and then call it. Yeah. So let me just... Okay. Yeah, so today was all about cleaning up. The cleanup for the Ore Proc to start the Ore Proc as well. So this is done. Cleaning up the meteor area because there was so many raw ore that we had to process. And then that's it. That was the goal for today. So just for the sake of not doing a too small of a stream, because I usually go on for like 3-4 hours. I think we're gonna do a B. We're gonna try to get closer to the DOB. And that starts with the titanium bee, which I'm not even gonna run. We literally just want it for breeding. Yeah, we want it for breeding because we're gonna need it for a bunch of other bees. I mean, don't we have this bee already? I'm pretty sure we have the platinum bee already. It's just that we don't have the, we never got the chrome bee. So yeah, let's get a titanium bee. And then might as well get a chrome bee, I think. Yeah, let's do titanium, chrome, maybe platinum, but this one I'll just pick it up from the alveary. And then from there, that is going to be manganese, tungsten, iridium. So let's see how far we can get with this. I'm probably going to have to do an aluminum bee. I don't know if we're going to get to iridium, but I'm going to play for another like maybe 30 minutes, an hour. You know what? Actually, we have an ad in 45 minutes. We're going to take the next 45 minutes to work on bees, and then we'll raid someone. And that is going to be it. So let's just do some bee. This is done. So we're going to need redstone, aluminum. Okay. Good news is we do have aluminum. And it is the right bee, right? Yeah. So we just need to get some redstone bee. Which I'm sure we have. But looks like... yeah. Looks like we just kind of lost it. So industrious. I'm sure we have industrious somewhere. Yeah. And demonic. And then we're going to need a redstone block, a titanium block, a chrome block, manganese block. So many things. So titanium block. Huey, making sure he does not have any income left after the holidays. You see, you're spending your gift cards. That's what you're doing right now, right? No, I forget. Points are free. Okay, so let's get 9 of those. Titanium, chrome. Let's do manganese while we're at it. Tungsten as well. And then iridium. Now I'm going to keep all of those on me for now. Okay. I really like that we can TP through walls now. Do you know anything with World Edit? Yes. Sorry I missed your message. We are actually building with World Edit. Everything you see has been built with World Edit. I will not deal with survival building. No, thank you. So yeah, I do know quite a bit about World Edit. We had a lot of fun. I'm going to show this because it's worth it. We had a lot of fun with shapes here. So we've made some like gem looking things. Everything you see here is basically using most of the time the generate command. This is just a sphere, but we cut it up and then made something out of it. Same thing here where we used a sphere, split it in 4, well, an 8 technically, kept only the top parts, extended it, made a long looking thing. This is also a circle that we cut in 4s and it's all around this building. This like this thing here, this slope that you're seeing right here is also a mat function that we use the generate command with. Same thing with this slope right here is also a mat function, and then I just cut up some of the parts of it. Same thing with the gem here. Like everything here is World Edit except these. I had fun with these. So yeah, like most of the things you're gonna see, these islands, like this thing here, this huge blob of like islands, this is all a bunch of commands in a brush. and some circles that you can see the spots, but yeah, you know, lots of fun. These guys were also sort of a generate command for the wings. The rest is kind of like just hand-drawn, because why not? But yeah, we're world edit professionals around here. I shouldn't say that, but I guess, yeah, it's done now. It's been said. So if you have any questions, we might have some answers. Okay. Block of iridium, block of tungsten, block of titanium, block of chrome, block of manganese, and is that it? I think that's it. 3, 4, 5. 3, 4, 5. Cool. We can place this back. And then we're just gonna need, well, we're gonna need a block of redstone too. Well, that's easy. And we have to find our industrious princess. I'm sure there's an industrious drone in here that we can literally not trash, but we could borrow some of their childs, you know? Oh no. Oh no. Oh, this is bad. It's fine, but it's really bad. Okay, so I don't know why and how, but okay, wait. Stop inserting stuff in here. Let's take the Fluix drones. Fluix Queen. How does this happen? I'm guessing I should not be connecting all of the bees together. This is pretty bad. Okay, we're gonna have to fix this and change this. Okay, so what happens is, what happened is we probably had, let me just mark where everything was. We probably had a few of the bees literally just, well, this is probably a problem, but self-feed enabled. Self-feed enabled. We probably had some of the bees all finish their cycle at the same time. It's very unlikely, but I guess it's possible. And they might have just swapped the queens around. And the only way to fix this, really, is to only export comms in here and leave the, well, I don't want to make this expensive, so I don't want to start filtering all of these. But usually, yeah, you would have to, I don't know what the chances are of this happening. I don't know if it's worth. We're gonna have to make more. We're gonna have to make new princesses out of these, and maybe that's a good way to spend our 45 minutes instead of making new bees, fixing the bees that we have that are broken. And also, there is a thing in Twist. We are playing with Twist Space called the Bee Engineer, and it transforms drones into princesses. I would really love to do this, so that we could just make princesses easily now. But this is ZPM, so it is not going to happen. Okay. So not happening. So let's just repair the bees that I have in my hands already. Let's just take some princesses, some pristine princess, and just, yeah, fix that. I don't know how this could happen, but I guess it happened. Preferably a bee that we could run in a normal biome, because we are in normal. We could buy some hives too, but I don't feel like buying and breaking hives right now. Isn't modest like not that useful? Yeah. Argentum. What is this? Oh, silver. Okay, let's do this. Oh, this is odd arid. Okay, anything normal, please. Modest mystical. The poultry bee, maybe. The gold bee. Swarm. Maybe we do have to make some more princesses. Okay, well, I guess I don't really have a choice. Hopefully we have some hives just laying around. I don't know about the modest, but I could probably deal with rocky. So we have some ignoble, but definitely don't want this. I feel like these are gonna not be normal. Really don't feel like dealing with this. Majestic. Let's go with this. Rocky, sure. Normal. I got some princesses. That's all I wanted. Okay, just kill all of them. As long as they don't turn into something that's not normal, we'll be fine. I'll just take the drones we have, make sure we yeah, this one still has the save in. This one tried to like breed weirdly. No drone? Oh no, that's fine. Okay, princess. Okay, so there's no queen. So if I want wither, we should do this. We just trash any drone that happens in here, and we literally just breed it. This one is normal, so also until we have nothing other than stacking drones like this. Okay, and then let's do Savant, Savant, however you want to say this. I'll make sure I don't trash the freaking princess. Okay. Let's fix the Fluix. Okay. And then we should probably have something that makes it so it is impossible for two bees to ever breed together. Because right now everything is sort of like interconnected, which I guess is somewhat fine, but also we just literally just saw that this can be a problem. So let's figure this out. Let's see if there's any other bees that are messed up. Salus Mundus looks fine. Oh, we literally have this for one bee here. Okay. Well, this guy's fine. Do we have any other I feel like we had more. Yeah, okay. Okay, supernatural, salt, draconic, phosphorus. It's gotta be something about I messed up at some point. Because the chances of this happening, we have redstone here. The chances of this happening are like, I feel like they're kind of impossible, but maybe they're not. I'm gonna blame it on something was not set up right. Okay, so this one is Sabent, and it needs to have input, output, self-feed enabled, always active, and it's a high priority. And this one was the Wither, just in case we have any setup that's really special. Self-feed is enabled, always is enabled, Wither, and then priority is 10, insert. And then lastly, we had another bee somewhere. This one right here, Fluix. Maybe it's the priority. I think they all had the priority at 0. I'm gonna blame it on this. Simple configuration mistake, copy, paste error, whatever. Whatever you want to call it. Okay, so we're gonna have to make a redstone bee, right? Yeah, redstone princess. Is that it? I think that's it. Okay, so redstone goes with aluminum. That's it. So we just put a block of aluminum, redstone princess, aluminum drone, and we should be getting titanium. There it is, titanium B. Let's see how bad this is. 2x. Okay, so we can make a bunch of drones of this one, just in case we ever want to do anything with this bee. We can also keep the redstone drones, and we're gonna need aluminum and manganese next, so we can keep this one around. Too cold to UID. Of course. Of course. You want hot arid. Do we have a hot arid? I think we do. Let me just find the biome list. And we have a brew. I want to say Boneyard Eldritch, maybe. So Boneyard is Elish Arid, and then the other one is Eldritch. Eldritch is normal. Yeah, so Boneyard might work if the bee has down one with hot, which I don't think is what we want. Hot and down means warm, and that's not what we want. Yeah, so we can't do this. What we can do though is we can just, I forgot to close all of this last time. Don't know why we have this here, because this drone was literally good. So we want to bring this down to fit in a normal biome. Okay. Down 4. Cool. This is fine, and then I want to give it not sand, water. Pretty sure it's water. Right? I think that's what it is. Can this run now? Yeah, it can. I know the babies are not gonna be like down 5 up 5, but I'm literally just gonna ignore this for now. Or maybe we you know what, maybe we do some drones that actually can take the normal biome, maybe, because we need this for one more breeding, right? No, actually we need hot Harried quite a lot. Well, I guess we're doing hot Harried potion. Oh, it's too late. Okay, let's go make a potion real quick. Hot Harried. So this needs to like the cold, and let's figure out what biome we can make. Hot Arid. We can make this desert. We can make desert hills. Let's make desert. Desert is page 178. So we can do a biome book of biome. Go to page 8. No, 178. So 178. Get a paper. Haven't done this in like a week. Get a paper, and then we're gonna need a crafter. Okay, let's go set this up real quick. I think hot Arid is not too bad to have on end. So let's just set it up here. Right in an interface. We're gonna make a recipe with this. Recipe goes here. The book goes here, and well, paper goes here. We need a conduit, energy. This thing needs to push out, and then this is good. So this part is done, and then we're gonna go to the witchery setup, do the rest of the potion, and then we're good. I should really finish this building. I don't know if it's gonna ever really move. Let's steal this for a second. Give this the this thing. We're just gonna put a drone here for a second, and then literally just request this. I like to do this because it's a dummy item that we can... Oh shit, we messed up. Oh yeah, we messed up. I don't know why this thing is not working when I'm too close. There's no way this works. Okay, well... Colored water. Nice. Really nice. Okay. Let's start over. I think that's it, right? Yeah. And then we just fix the recipe. Like this. And then I'm not even gonna make one. We know this works by now. We've made so many potions. It is totally fine. Gonna drop this in here. This is now Ot Herod, so we can do this. Hopefully. Right. Hopefully we can just get a normal titanium drone. Or princess, rather. Okay, sounds like this is the right one. I just want something that stacks so that we can do more drones and more princesses as we need. This looks to be the one. Yeah, okay. Let's make some drones. And then we're gonna need ruby. I don't know if we have ruby. I think we do. I guess we don't. Really thought we made a ruby bee before. But maybe we haven't. I mean, this is fine. So I guess this is, yeah, that's gonna be it. I really don't feel like doing 20 different bees right now. So we're just gonna raid someone. Today was meant to be a very small stream. We made one new bee, so I guess that's good enough. And then we'll figure out what we do next time too. I haven't really thought about the what's it called? The the stream anniversary, but I do want to do something special. I'm thinking either we play some games that we never play on here. I've always been playing GTNH on here, so maybe we do some very different games, maybe just some other mod packs. I'm probably gonna announce anything I have in mind on Discord, or we might just do a long stream and just, I don't know, fix the entire GTNH run in one go, right? Okay, so this is gonna go in the project backpack for now. I am not gonna touch this right now. We don't really need iridium, but the DOB would be nice. but it's not a big deal either. So this is all gonna go in here, and I'm gonna do some bees when I feel like doing some more bees. All of this is closed. So yeah, I think we're gonna go and find someone to raid. Today was short and sweet and nice, so we're gonna keep it that way. And we'll be back for some more Greg eventually. That eventually is gonna be Sunday actually. I do have something on Sunday, but I think I'll be back on time to stream, so there should be no change to the schedule. Yeah. Potato's online, but he's actually not playing. And Cat and Vin are online, and we don't get to do this very often, so I'm gonna rate them. We're gonna go say hi, chill a bit, and then yeah. So that was a short stream for today, but hopefully I get to see you guys next time, and we'll do some more stuff. So yeah, thanks, and just go say hi to Cat and Vin.